What's up, guys? It's Eric and Marcus from Rare Candy, and today we're back with the fourth round of the recent League Challenge we got to go attend. It's going to be standard format, Primal Clash, all the way up to Evolutions. And here on the left, we got your boy Marcus from Rare Candy actually
Yeah.
playing.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And so he's playing Vespiquen Zebstrika against Brandon Meesemer,
hmm
back from round 3, playing his Electrode Raikou Jolteon deck.
Yeah.
Actually, Brandon just took down a Vespiquen Zebstrika deck in the previous round, so
Right.
I won't spoil nothing, but he had pretty crazy top deck there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So go check that out, watch that if you want to see how that worked out.
Uh-huh.
So let's see if he can make lightning strike twice, no pun intended.
Oh.
But yeah, we talked about this a little bit in the last round too. But on paper, I feel like Vespiquen is just a better deck in this matchup
Yeah.
because Raikou has to. Well, both main attackers are non-EXs, but Brandon has to knock out his Electrodes to get some more energy on the board quicker. Vespiquen plays Garbodor, so you can shut off their Electrodes as well. Vespiquen just needs a single attachment to attack, whereas Raikou needs 3.
Right.
So I don't know. Just on paper, I definitely prefer the Vespiquen deck here.
I think so too. Um.
But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he took it down once already.
Yeah. So it could happen again. Let's see. If he gets a basic here.
It
Gets
gets
a Jolteon.
That's like the best. It sounds weird, but it's probably the best Pokemon to start with in this matchup, just because it has free retreat.
hmm
So you can bench your Raikous and Max Elixir to them since they're on the bench, and then
Yeah.
just free retreat into them since your Jolteon is cool like that. But we saw in the last round that Brandon also plays Enhanced Hammers. So that could potentially swing the match in his favor.
Yeah.
So even though we said that Vespiquen only needs a single attachment, I think that could potentially be a way that Brandon could get back in the game. If potentially, Marcus, if you have maybe at one point 2 Vespiquen set up with a DCE each, if he knocks out the active and Enhanced Hammers the benched DCE,
Right.
like situations like that are can kind of what can help this Raikou deck actually get a win here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How are you feeling about this matchup going into this?
Going into it, I was honestly really nervous. I had heard that, or I mean, I was sitting next to it when it happened. I saw him beat the same deck or a similar deck. Yeah, the same deck that I was playing just a minute ago. So obviously a little bit worried, but I think I basically had the same thing in mind. Like, they're both one prize attackers, but I can put a DCE on and get set up quicker. I think so.
Yeah.
You never know.
And so yeah, it's a bit of an awkward starting Pokemon Klefki that you have, Marcus.
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't want to start with the unknown,
Definitely not.
so pretty much the only option there. Unfortunately,
So that's unfortunate. You might have to burn a Float Stone
yeah,
to retreat it. But I don't know. This Raiku's probably just going to knock it out, to be honest. It already has 2 energies powered up on it.
right. Yeah, 2 energy. Just needs 1 more to be able to swing on this Klefki.
Okay, and you actually do draw the Forest, which is kind of cool. So you
Yeah.
will have the option to attack, potentially.
Uh huh.
I'm not sure how many Pokemon you'll get in the discard pile, but
Yeah.
you will have that option maybe at some point.
So it looks like we are float stone in that Klefki.
And so you're just going
playing
to
it
end.
in.
Seems okay. At least the Float Stone will be 1 less card to draw into.
Yeah.
So here, yeah, you really just want a Combi or 2 to hit the board.
Uh huh.
And then just as many Pokemon as possible in that discard pile.
Absolutely.
Oh, and maybe Trubbish with a Float Stone. I think that's another thing.
Yeah, that'd be definitely another good one, or at least even just the Trubbish. Like,
Yeah.
just to be able to get it evolved eventually. Or,
So probably like Trubbish 2 Combi, I think is ideal this turn.
yeah. So I see a Blitzel.
Nice. That's a good acrobat. Get to throw away Klefki. Since
Yeah.
It's a dead card here. Do you have anything else? See another grass Pokemon. I'm guessing it's a Vespiquen?
Yeah, I think so. See a Zebstrika.
Or maybe
and
it's
a Vespiquen.
Zebstrika that I think. Oh, Combi. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely see a Zebstrika in there.
So
I feel
here,
like if I have a Vespiquen, I just evolve.
yeah.
So doing.
I was actually going to say here, I may have actually opted to hold on to the Vespiquen
Uh huh.
because of that exact
Yeah.
situation. Since you weren't going to attack either way, you may as well have held on to it to evolve one that potentially doesn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
But you still have a decent amount of draw power in your deck. So, oh, and you hit Revitalizer, so
You get
not
to
the end of
recover
the world.
from it.
Going to use Farewell Lair to draw a card. Have another Trubbish in hand. No DCE though.
Yeah.
That's got to be frustrating.
Yep.
So here he gets a Fury Belt, which
Uh-huh.
adds some insult to injury.
Right.
Whiffs Max Elixir, so that's the one thing you have going for you.
Yeah. Versus Seekers for a Lysander
Oh, God.
does it again.
That is rough, man. If hey, worst case scenario, like yeah, your dudes are getting knocked out, but you're getting Pokemon in the discard pile.
Right.
But the only thing is, this Raikou effectively has 160 hit points now.
Yeah.
So if you can, okay, so yeah, you will be able to turn off its abilities at least. You can retreat this Klefki, actually attach it to Garb if you don't have a Floatstone,
Yeah.
and so come on, man, you need a DCE. I
For
don't know how
real.
many Pokemon you have in the discard pile, but
Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 90.
yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do kind of have to attack it, I feel like, though.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can get down another Combi. And no DCE either.
Yep.
Good God.
Yeah, that was the struggle this game was I did not hit DCE for a few turns here.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Your deck is already pretty thin, too.
That's what I think I ended up
Oh
bringing
my
3 acro
God.
bikes, still no DCE. It was a very frustrating game to play.
I mean, you can
Not being able to
potentially
attack.
try to dig for a Shaman, but
Mhm. And I was thinking about that too. Like, I can try and get a Shaman out here, and I think that's what I go for right here. Try and still get another DCE.
or maybe a Combi and then just versus Seeker for teammates next turn.
Yeah.
I kind of like that play, actually, and letting the Klefki get knocked out here.
Yeah. I think that's what I end up doing. I'm
I
not
almost,
sure.
I almost kind of like retreating the Klefki and attaching it as a tool to Garbodor to shut off Electrode, but I don't know what you really want to get knocked out other than.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. I think just leaving the Klefki is probably best. It's a shame you don't have like a Blitzel or something you can promote to get knocked out.
Yeah. Or just a Floatstone to put on the Garbodor.
Yeah. And here Brand's going to set up. Oh yeah, it's rough. Especially if you would have gotten a Floatstone on Garbodor, he wouldn't have been able to set up either.
Uh-huh. So he fails the mail.
But hey, if it's not the end of the world, if he gets Shamans on the board, that's an easy way for you to potentially jump back into the game and, you know, catch up in the prize race.
Yeah.
And even though it probably feels like you're really far behind, Vespiquen luckily only gives up one prize, so
Right.
you still have a chance at making a comeback here, I think. So he's powering up another Raikou. And he has Perilous City. He can potentially, yeah, I like this play if he does it. Perilous City himself putting the blue side his way. I actually kind of wish Brandon would have done that there. He could have discarded his Shaman and a Voltorb as well, or even Jolteon, and that way he only has one prize attackers on the field. So I definitely would have preferred that play.
Yeah.
Here you're gonna go for definitely a double colorless, like without question.
Yeah, I think I just instantly grabbed that one off. the
Maybe
bat.
Floatstone or another Klefki to get down on Garbodor.
And actually, I do remember now. The rest of my Floatstone were prized.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. So if you still have a Klefki, that will still be just fine for a turn.
Yeah.
Let's see what you end up doing, man. Okay, so we're going to get double colorless, and yeah, we're going to do the Klefki. I like that. We'll shut off his abilities for a turn, and also get you a Pokemon in the discard pile for the following turn. But are you taking a knockout here? That's the big thing.
Um.
So how many Pokemon do you have? 1,
So-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, not taking a knockout.
Oh my god, that is horrible.
Oh man.
So you're doing 130.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that tone of voice says it all right there.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly how the whole game went.
Well, at least you only give up one prize.
Yeah.
Hey, if
I gotta take a couple prizes for that to count for anything though.
wait, did you have any Shamans left in the deck?
Um.
Oh, you have one in hand. I actually maybe would have just Sky Returned there.
Yeah.
That way you could have preserved a DCE and also chipped away at enough health
Uh-huh.
to clean up a knockout with a Vespiquen on the following turn.
Right.
So I actually kind of would have liked to see that play. Marcus, you're supposed to be good, man. What happened?
Sorry about that,
I'm just
guys.
kidding. So, I mean, Brandon has like a hand of like 20 cards over here. He's
Uh-huh.
up in prizes, like
Yeah.
Parallel City. I really want to see that play happen. It looks like he's
Mhm.
debating about it. And yeah, I think that is definitely the right thing to do. Get rid of that Shaman immediately. And yeah, I kind of like keeping Jolteon on the board. That way it gives you the free retreat option for when something gets knocked out.
Right.
But yeah, the main thing was getting the Shaman off the board. So. Okay, so now you should be able to take knockouts on pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of 2 Shaman after the Sycamore.
And yeah, here I kind of would have liked to see the Sky Return because I think you would have had enough damage to knock it out with the Shaman, preserving your DCE. But
Mm-hmm.
did you hit one though?
Hit a DCE? Yeah. Yeah, I've
Okay,
got one.
cool. About time, right?
Yeah. Now that I have like 4 cards left in my deck, seems like it should be about right.
So Ultra Ball, what are you going for? Oh, just another Combi.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you kind of have to since your forest is gone. And do you have Super Rod left?
I don't know if I think it's in my hand. I could be wrong. I can't remember.
'Cause
I
you're-
think I see it in my hand.
Because you're going to need it definitely to clean up this game.
Yeah. I don't know. It might not be in my hand. I see a Versus Seeker and a DCE. And a special charge, I think. Yeah.
So what do you get off the prizes? DCE, I think it was.
Yeah. So I think is that my first prize this game?
I think so, Marcus.
Yep.
That says it all, right?
Oh man.
So what happened to Vespiquen being favored here?
I got Lysandered a couple turns in a row. Didn't hit DCE until I had 3 cards left in my deck. Also, yeah, I guess I could have been Sky Returning instead. Prized 2 Floatstone.
Not your game, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's here. That's pretty much it. Even if Marcus takes a knockout here, Brandon only needs 1 prize, so no matter what Marcus promotes, it is going to get knocked out. I hate
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah. Thinking about it a lot here for some reason, but just, I guess, trying to see if I have any out to maybe somehow doing anything at all here.
Hey, you do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I guess I do. If I have a Vespiquen.
Hey, you got DCs at least finally.
Hey. There we go. Oh, man.
Just Versiger for teammates, I guess.
Yeah.
What if you? I mean, I feel like your only hope would be to Lysand or something and hope that Brandon decks out, but I feel like you would deck out before him.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey,
So I get a
super rod.
Super
So
Rod.
you won't attack this turn, basically,
Right.
unless you have an Ultra Ball in there. But
Yeah.
I think you've gone through a lot of Ultra Balls.
Because I have also already played, like, Revitalizer.
Yeah, I think he played that on the second turn, something like that. So do you have a way to get it out? Oh, going for the Shaman.
Hey.
Hey, you get to attack, Marcus. So you took 2 prizes at least this game.
Yeah.
Well,
Only lost by 4.
Yeah, guys, that's kind of bringing this round to a close here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we said, even if Marcus does take a knockout, Brandon can just take a return knockout, no problem. With this benched Raikou, and you guys are stressing way too hard over this knockout, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, so that's going to be the 4th round. Stick around, we definitely have one more round. I'm sure you guys want to see who will take this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But as usual, feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our merch over at rarecandytcg.com. Pick yourself up a shirt or playmat or something. Help support the channel. It'd mean a lot to us. But with that, we appreciate you watching, and we will see you for the next one.